Today you're going to get one manila colored piece of paper. See, it's a nice big sheet. You're also going to get one paintbrush. Like always, we always put our name in the center of our paper before we start. So Mr. Calvert, and you are my one, and then whatever class you're in. You're going to flip that paper over, and we're going to begin painting the wave today, which is by Hokusai. And I would consider drawing a line about halfway up your paper, all the way across. It can have a little slope to it if it wants, kind of like mine does. You can see it's not perfectly flat. However, you don't want to draw anything that looks like this. You also don't want to do anything that looks like this. I kept my curve very gentle. That's going to tell me where I want the top of my wave to be. Now that I've got that drawn, I'm going to start with white. Everybody has to start with white. And you're going to paint along that top line. When I paint, I'm only going to come about halfway down. So you can see I'm not going to come all the way down to the bottom of my paper. I'm only coming about halfway down from where that line was. Alright, so I painted along that top part. Nice line along top, and it comes about halfway down. If it goes a little bit past halfway, that's fine. Then you're going to take some black. It's okay if you still have some white on your paintbrush, that's fine today. Get a little bit of black, and now you're going to start from the bottom and work your way about halfway up. So you can see at the bottom it's going to be pretty dark, pretty close to black. Might be a little bit of gray if there's still some white on your brush. But as you work your way up, it's going to mix with that white and create gray. So you're creating a value scale. Remember, we're learning about value, a color that goes from light to dark. You can see it's going from white all the way down to black. So I usually work my way from the bottom up, because then as I get towards the top, I don't have quite as much paint on my brush. That way I'm not getting super black way up here. It's turning into more of a gray. Once again, making sure to smooth out that paint. Don't want any big globs. Really working that paint in. We were trying to get some grays. Whoops, you can see there I started right there. Now I have this really thick black spot. We don't want that. So I'm actually going to rub it a bit, see if I can work it in with that white. Alright, so when you get this far today, you're finished. Remember, we started with white. I actually started with a pencil line, so that way I knew where I wanted my line to be, or my wave to be. Then I painted with white about halfway down. Lastly, I used black, and I worked my way from the bottom about halfway up. You want some of that black to mix with some of that white. That's going to give you some grays here in the center. Right? When you're finished, this goes on the drying rack as low as it can go. Brushes get put in the brush bin. Make sure to clean up your spot.